Good people. Morning. What's going on? It's your boy Foots here. I'm getting straight to it. I'm really getting irritated. I shouldn't say irritated. Why would I be irritated this early in the morning? It's a great morning. We woke up this morning. It's all good. But I really want to. Sorry, y'all. My little Cowboys dice are all in they want to be in the video. Whatever. I'm starting to get flustered, rather. With the Kyle Pitts, Rashawn Slater, or just Kyle Pitts at 10 conversation. Here's the deal. All right, I tweeted this yesterday, and it went crazy on Twitter, and people are still in my mentions. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully the autofocus doesn't mess you guys up or whatever. But I want to be very clear. Dallas would be, and I feel this way when I first saw the players play, I still feel this way. Dallas would be very foolish to draft Kyle Pitts over Rashawn Slater. Foolish. And so let's talk about it. Let's talk about the point, counterpoint, okay? The point. Dallas would be very foolish to draft Rashawn Slater would be very foolish to draft Kyle Pitts over Rashawn Slater. Now, Rashawn Slater, for all intents and purposes, is the best and most polished offensive lineman in this draft. And while there are guys that you could draft in the second round who can come in and help, I believe that if you have a chance to get a 17-year offensive lineman, a guy that, for 10 of those years or for 7 of those years or whatever number of those years is going to be dominant, and you don't have to worry about his side of the field, I believe you do it and you don't think twice about it and you don't make any bones about it, because offensive line play is so underrated. And tackle play is first of all, I have Rashawn Slater rated as a better player than Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts is a great receiver. But me personally, I have Rashawn Slater rated as a better player than Kyle Pitts. That's me. That's the scout in me. That's the coach. I coach football. And just watching the way he sets as a tackle, watching him as a guard, when he played some guard, watching his power, watching his balance, his play strength, it's second to none. Then he goes out and you see a guy that big that can move with the hips that he does. I think Penny Sewell's the same way. They're really 1A, 1B. Generational talents at the tackle position. Generational talents. Now, I like the OSU kid, but I see some issues with speed that he's going to have in the league. With speed rushers, he's going to have some issues. But with Slater, you see none of that. You just don't. And so this Dallas Cowboys team would be foolish to pass up on Rashawn Slater. You have a Tyron Smith who's, for all intents and purposes, Tyron Smith is going to play, 7 games next year? 17-game season. You're going to wake up on Thursday or Wednesday, whenever they put that injury report out, and you're going to see Tyron Smith on, and you're going to say, what happened? He was just fine. Oh, his back flared up. Well, what happened? And you can't be foolish enough to think this isn't going to happen. I never want to see Terrence Steele play another football game. And everybody's giving me Lyle Collins. Lyle Collins didn't play football last year. I'm not going to allow myself as a team, I'm not going to allow this team to be handicapped. Because what if Lyle Collins doesn't play football this year? Well, everybody says, well, he will. We said that last year, and he didn't play last year. Lyle Collins did not play football last year. Anything can happen. You know what I'm saying to you? Yes, they're saying he was hurt and he had a surgery, but it scares me when his agent's talking about he's not retiring. Well, retirement was talked about somewhere, so that's just something to think about. I just think dominant O-line play makes everybody better. An extra second or two in football makes everybody. It'll make Zeke better. You have Michael Gallup. You have CeeDee Lamb. You have Amari Cooper. You have Tony Pollard. You have more than enough weapons. Let's talk about Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts, for all intents and purposes, is probably the highest rated tight end I've rated in a long time, because I don't think what gets talked about enough is how good of a blocker he is. Willing to stick his nose in there, willing to play physical at the point of attack. He can high point the football. He has it all. And I still wouldn't draft him, because tight end is a luxury. not a need. You've never looked at a football, at an NFL, at a Super Bowl team and said they won because of their tight end. People will say, well, look at those Patriots teams, look at Bronx. They had great defenses, dog. They had a great coach in Bill Belichick. They schemed teams, so that's great. Well, people will say Kansas City. How did Kansas City look without their left tackles this year? How did they? Patrick Mahomes looked average in that Super Bowl without his left tackle. And what point does that make? That makes my Rashawn Slater point. We don't need to overthink this, Cowboys fans. And the fact that we are scares me because I truthfully believe that fans, and for this org, fans have a loud enough voice to get a player drafted. And that scares me. So I'm begging you guys, just think, be smart. It's almost like you can get that Porsche, you're about to retire, you can get that Porsche, but you have a 12-year-old who you're trying to figure out, do you want him to go to private school or do you want him to go to the school around the neighborhood that, the education isn't really that great. But you're going to have your Porsche. Maybe you need to put those payments into a private school and drive your Camry for a couple more years. That's just me. Do the right thing. Play it safe. You have a quarterback coming off a terrible injury, gruesome injury. Protect him. That's just me, guys. It's your boy Foots. Hey, I'm going live tonight. Talking draft.